What's going on, y'all? BigRack Russ here, and today we're talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows again. Yes, again, there's more news from this game, and again, it's not any gameplay leaks, any new features, any surprise like story leaks or anything like that. Just more controversy, or not really controversy, but once again, proof that a lot of the outrage about this game is fake, it's forced, and it's not even from actual Japanese people. From what I've seen, it seems like most Japanese people, I'm not saying there aren't any Japanese people that might have a problem with Yasuke being in the game, but for the most part, based on what I've seen, actual Japanese people and not bots going into Google Translate and, you know, review bombing this game under comment sections and gameplay trailers, most of them don't have an issue. There's this, if you haven't been keeping up with the news about this game, I like to call them the DI woke mind virus soldiers. There's been what's really only a battle in their mind, because in their mind, they're winning. But there's been a battle between the DI woke mind virus soldiers and Ubisoft for AC Shadows, simply because Yasuke is in the game. People were saying shit like, oh, the government's getting involved, all these things. So we're gonna get into all that. But before we do, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. So, like I said, with the amount of controversy about this game, you would think that, you know, there must be some actual real reason for this game to get canceled. The government's being involved, people have been saying. So what's the actual reality? It's not real. It's not real. It is once again fake outrage. We're gonna read some parts of this article, but just follow along with me, because people will say, and they even talk about it in the article, people will try to take this story or this situation that they're talking about and make it seem bigger than what it is. So, Assassin's Creed Shadows debate somehow reaches Japanese government ministries, who reportedly remind everyone, stay with me, that historical fiction isn't really their concern at all. No, the Japanese government isn't investigating Ubisoft's game. Contrary to online speculation and reports, again, people posing as Japanese professors trying to discredit Yasuke, I've seen people trying to make fake outrage under fake Japanese profiles. It's really like an American white person, a basement dweller, a certain demographic of white people. I'm not trying to, you know, not trying to disrespect all y'all, but there's a certain demographic of those type of gamers that are being upset and they're spreading fake outrage, all this stuff. Talking about we need to take the woke black men, remove the woke, watashi wa, like trying to act like they were Japanese. It was crazy.
Konnichiwa, Ubisoft. Watashi wa gamer. Remove black people from your video game. DEI. Remove the woke. Ubisoft. Remove it. Arigatou gozaimasu.
This article reports Assassin's Creed Shadows is not the subject of heated debate among the Japanese government. Oh, so all these tweets that I've been seeing saying, oh, the government's involved, we upset the government, the Ministry of Culture in Japan, like they're all getting upset. All the historians are getting upset. Interesting how quickly that was debunked. Anyways, Sankei reports that NHK Party representative Satoshi Hamada formally asked Japanese government ministries to comment on Assassin's Creed Shadows. Hamada reportedly cited concerns over historical inaccuracies featured in the new Ubisoft game. Responding, the Japanese Foreign Ministry said it simply wasn't their concern. Interesting. It doesn't seem like there's heated debate or the government is like really pressed about this game. Very contradictory to what I was saying by the DI woke mind virus army on Twitter. While Education Ministry offered a boilerplate response, Hamada saying that a game shouldn't violate public order and morals, the Education Ministry statement further read that careful handling is required if there are suspicions of content that violates public order and morals. While some consider the exchange a big deal, again, people are going to take this story, and we can even go to YouTube right now. I already put in the search bar. Full damage control. Japan is pissed. If you want to make content in 2024, or even in the past few years, with the rise of terms like woke and DI, mind virus, and all this stuff, just hate on anything. Oh, my phone just went off. Hate on anything that has black people in it or minority, or just hate on a game in general, and you will do views. I promise you. Like I said, let's continue to read on. How points out on Twitter that questions like Hamada's are more often performative than not. Once more, the NHK Party is so small that it's virtually insignificant. in the grand scheme of Japanese politics. So this guy was speaking for a party that has almost no political weight or anything or influence. Because the group status as a political party was revoked earlier this year in January when the Otsu wing of the National Diet expelled 2 members. This is crazy, man. And then basically more and more stuff talking about like, you know, Japan has a strict policy against like nudity or like extreme violence or excessive gore and stuff like that when it comes to video games and media. And I think this last paragraph is very, very important. And to hopefully try to convince, if anybody's watching this part of the DI Woke Mind Virus Army, hopefully this can convince you that you need to let this shit go and you're really just making something out of nothing. Ubisoft just recently apologized for causing concern among Assassin's Creed Shadows Japanese fans, writing that the game was continually evolving to perfect inaccuracies like flags and architecture up until launch. I want to read that again. Perfect inaccuracies like flags and architecture. Was Yasuke part of the inaccuracy? No. And then it goes on to say it also wrote that whether protagonist Yasuke was a samurai was open to debate, despite multiple Japanese scholars insisting that he was very much a samurai. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here, guys? Those of us who are normal and aren't actually upset about this game for having Yasuke, we're gonna carry on like normal. Just wait for the game to come out, and when it comes out, if it's good, the story makes sense, if it's fun to play, give it an honest review. You know what I'm saying? If it's bad, still give it an honest review. But again, fake outrage. It's fake outrage. It's not real. People trying to convince you that the government was involved, that very powerful people in Japan were getting upset. I saw people, like I said, like posing as fake Japanese like professors on Twitter trying to discredit Yasuke. There's even a petition for this game where the people, not the people that found it, but like some of the top signers, I didn't see any Japanese faces. And I'll make this very clear to anybody who's watching that maybe Japanese have an issue with the game. I'm not saying it wouldn't be cool to see like a Japanese male in the game. I'm not trying to say if you're Japanese and you have an issue with this game that some of your criticism isn't valid. What I will say to you is that there is a Japanese woman in the game that looks like she's going to be the main protagonist. She's the one with the Assassin's Creed garment on. She's the one with the armor. She's the one with the hidden blade. She looks like she's going to be the focus in terms of like the story. I would say that you're still being represented. I would ask you, why does Yasuke bother you so much when he has indeed been shown in your culture for such a long time? That's what I ask you, but I'm not going to sit here and say you're invalid. My main issue is with people who aren't even Japanese trying to act like they care about Japanese culture and history to the point where they think that the government should get involved. Like that politician in Japan who is part of a party that no longer exists. Instead of going back to try and serve your community and do what you're supposed to do as a politician, you're trying to stir up fake outrage about this game that isn't even out yet. I just don't know, man. It just seems super, super forced. But let me know what you guys think. I think that hopefully the controversy should just die down from this point on, because it's getting ridiculous, y'all. It's getting ridiculous. There's no reason we should still be having this conversation. At the end of the day, it's a video game. And even though, like the article said, most Japanese scholars insist that he was a samurai. I mean, we can even go on Google right now and look this up. Real high level research, just type this in. Yasuke was a man of African origin who served as a samurai to the Japanese, like he's been portrayed in media like over and over again, not just in video games, but in Japanese culture. Like this, there really should not be any sort of controversy about this game, y'all. But let me know what you guys think. I think that, you already know my take. I think it's fake outrage. I'm not saying there aren't any people in Japan that do have an issue with Yasuke being in the game, but I think that most level-headed people, whether they're from Japan or not, or just fans of Assassin's Creed, most people do not have an issue with Yasuke being in the game. There's a Japanese woman. I would halfway understand some of the outrage if like Yasuke was the only character to play as, but seeing as Japan is also the birthplace of shinobi, there's a Japanese woman called Naue. People just forget like she's even in the game. But like I said in my last video, I do have a video coming out about my thoughts and opinions about stuff that actually matters. And like I said in my last video, a lot of this fake outrage, a lot of these people should take that energy and direct it towards the fact that there's 3 different versions to buy one game. I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I love the franchise. I'm a fan of Ubisoft's games, but this microtransaction that they've been adding in the past few RPG series is ridiculous, man. It's actually ridiculous. Why is there an $130 or $140 version to buy the game? Why? This is not a live service game. If I pay $70, I need to get the full experience. And there's even a rumor, again, take this with a grain of salt, but there's even a rumor that there might be a mission locked behind paid content. But no, we're not seeing any sort of conversation or outrage about that, about microtransactions, about gameplay, just more and more fake outrage because there's a black samurai who has existed in Japanese culture for years. But like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Y'all been really liking my videos on this. Do you agree with me? Do you think it's fake outrage, or do you think there's some merit to people getting upset? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like I said, that gameplay reaction, not reaction, but thoughts and opinions trailer is coming soon. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all have a blessed day and peace.